How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. I actually just got back from Tokyo, Japan, where I was shoutcasting the Bushiroad Championship Series World Finals for Shadowverse Evolve, and while I was there, I did partake in some Gundam stuff. Hey, look, here's some pictures, including my trip to see the Unicorn Gundam in Odaiba, like near the Gundam base. Very, very cool stuff. And today we have some, well, a lot of Gundam news. We did have a recent, one of their live streams in Japanese, and so we're gonna go over all that stuff today, including some of the stuff that they haven't shared on the official English Twitter, but was shared on the Japanese side of stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into our overlay. All right, let's get to it. We have a lot of slides and stuff to go over, a lot of news. Some stuff is like, hey, we've already seen this before, but some of it is like a little bit of new information, a little bit of tidbits here, and a lot of cards. We have a lot of cards to spoil, including my favorite Gundam of all time, the DEATHSCYTHE, and the pilot, Best Boy, Duo Maxwell, all my favorites. So I'm really stoked for this. I'm actually super stoked. So let's get into it. So this, as you can see here, this is actually the product images for all of the first starter decks. You know, we have Seed Strike, Zeon's Rush, Wings of Advance, and Heroic Beginnings. Once again, these are MSRP $12 US. Really, really good price. Hopefully they're widely available, and those will be out very shortly, actually, on July 11th. So a couple months. Yeah, so that's our very first bit of news. I also think that the packaging on these looks really good. I think Bandai in general typically has pretty decent packaging on their card games, even for the card games that maybe don't look as good as some of the other ones. The packaging still tends to be pretty good. All right, now we also have, this is some of the stuff that was not shared on the English side of things because these are exclusive to Japan, but I still wanted to talk about them because, hey, we might get them eventually. So this is an event for Japan where you can pick up some promo cards. So we have some Witch from Mercury promo cards, Soletta, and all that kind of good stuff. These look fantastic. These are like alternate art versions of the cards, and I really hope we get some of these in English. We don't know how we're gonna do it, but hopefully we get some. This is part of the New Type Challenge event. Very cool stuff. We also have another Japan exclusive event, and this is one I need this one. He's literally I guess my current favorite character. When I was a kid growing up, the DEATHSCYTHE and Duo Maxwell. Duo was my favorite character. DEATHSCYTHE was my favorite Gundam. I think DEATHSCYTHE's still my favorite Gundam, and my favorite character in Gundam is your boy Char Aznavour. So, yeah, I need this. I need this. So I don't know how we're gonna get this in English, but we've gotten the other one, so hopefully we'll get this one too. Fingers crossed. I do need my Char resources. So he's never betrayed anyone in his life, and he will not betray me as a resource. Anyway, let's go on to the these are the Gundam Assemble kits, right? And so we have a little bit more information here. We have the packaging, which is like a kind of an extended, little bit of an extended box here, as well as a little bit of the images here and the MSRP. These ones are $35. So a bit more expensive than just the starter decks. Just the starter decks are $12. These ones are $35 a piece. I'm probably gonna get these, but we'll see what's available when the time comes. I would like to get these and get the little minifigs to build. These are more like Warhammer than Gunpla, so you have to paint them. So there is that. Take that into account when factoring in whether or not you want to purchase these, but still super cool. I dig them. Next up, we have the release date for the IBO, the Iron Blood Orphans, or Iron Blooded Orphans starter deck, Iron Bloom, which is going to be on September 27th, or I guess September 26th. I don't know, man. I guess September 27th Japan time, September 26th. Western US. That makes a lot of sense. Japan is typically one day ahead, so that makes sense. Pretty cool. I know a lot of folks are really excited about this. I think the IBO art looks awesome. It's one of the series I haven't personally seen yet. I've seen almost all of the main... I've seen all of the UC timeline stuff for the most part, but there's some side stuff like 00 and IBO that I haven't seen. Or Seed. Those are the main ones. Next up we have... we got G-Quux. We got the Quux. This is Omega Psychomu. I haven't actually seen this one yet either. It's on my short list to watch once I find a good way to actually watch it. I think it's like on Amazon or something. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. I hear it's really good, and I definitely want to watch this one. But yeah, I think the GQX art looks fantastic. Great to see. And likewise, we have Machu from G-Quarks, and once again, the original artwork looks great. I like her elephant beanie. Yeah, so yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this kind of stuff. It's the first kind of brand new Gundam series that has started to come out after I've like got back into Gundam after being into it so much as a kid. So really cool. Excited to kind of watch along with the series and also partake in the cards at the same time. I think it's going to be really fun. Next up, we have the worldwide release date for the tutorial app, which I think is awesome. I think it's great that they're doing this. There's going to be a tutorial app that you can download and then play and learn how to play the Gundam card game. It's a pretty easy card game to learn, but I still like that they're doing this for non-card game players. So if you're into Gunpla, you've never played a card game before, you download the app and you're good to go. I think this is really, really smart. It's coming out in late May worldwide. Yeah, awesome. Next up, this is a large-scale tournament. It's called First Combat, and it will be held worldwide. So, yeah, that's really cool. We do have a little bit more information about this tournament. So, First Combat tournament for North America was going to be held at Gen Con. Product sales, demos, and side events are also planned. They have more events as well, it looks like. And it looks like you do get a Char's Zaku EX base, which is very cool. I definitely want one of these as well. I'm probably not gonna be able to make it to Gen Con though. Maybe I'm gonna get some friends to like go to Gen Con and like hook me up with the Zaku base. But I'm yeah, it's cool. I like that they're doing this. And then we also had some announcements that we're gonna get in Booster Set 2, we're gonna get After War Gundam X and Gundam Age. What? This is wild. If you're gonna ask me like, hey, what series are they gonna put in Set 2? I would not have guessed Gundam X and Gundam Age. That's crazy. Like, over 00? Like, come on, man. And there's like other stuff too. There's like, I don't know. So this is interesting. I'm actually very curious about where they're going with it, with this stuff. They're digging into like some somewhat niche Gundam stuff already. All right, I do believe we're at spoilers now. All right, let's talk about some spoilers. We'll leave it at this size. So we got to kick it off with my boy Duo Maxwell, a level 4 1-cost pilot. He does have the burst effect of adding him to your hand, like all pilots that don't have the other like command effects. He's a +1/+2, and then during Link, his unit's AP can't be reduced by enemy effects, which I think is like really strong if you just want to push a ton of damage. There's a lot of stuff, especially in like blue and white, and I think mostly in white, if I remember, there's like a lot of shrink effects, like your opponent's unit gets -3 AP or whatever, and he just directly counters that, which I think is really, really cool. I think he's a pretty solid pilot, and he's just a rare. Well, let's talk about something that's not just a rare. We have the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE. This is one of the LRs. It's a level 6 4-cost, very similar to the Wing Gundam. He's a 5/4. Obviously, Link with Duo Maxwell, but also Operation Meteor. Well, it's a Link with Duo Maxwell, but it is an Operation Meteor card. And so, when paired with an Operation Meteor pilot, of which Duo is obviously, but you'd also get the Link effect with Duo as well. Place 1 rested resource. Pretty good, ramps you a little bit. You're already going to be at 6, so it's going to basically ramp you into 8, because next turn you'll go to 7, and then this will add into that too. So this goes from 6 to 8, which is actually not too bad, especially if you have some really, really expensive stuff. And then it also gets first strike during this turn that you link the pilot. So pretty good. So it gets first strike, and then you get a ramp 1. So when you play this and you play Duo, you get a 6/6 first strike ramp 1. Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. I want some big payoffs, some really high cost stuff. I want like a 9 or 10 drops. I want to see the big stuff. But I think this is a good way to continue to ramp into stuff. And having first strike is going to make it really, really hard for your opponents to clap back. Like, it's only first strike when you attack, right? So you attack, you kill something, That's great. But then you just have a 6/6, right? Pretty good. It's pretty good. Next up, we have the Aegis Gundam, level 4, 3 cost. This is Athrin Zale Link, and we'll talk about Athrin. I think we already talked about him before, but I want to talk about him with this Gundam. So on attack, if this unit has 5 or more AP, choose one enemy unit that is a level 5 or higher and deal 3 damage to it. Is it 5 or higher, 6 or higher? The samples and a little. I think it's 5 or higher. I think this is like cracked. This is another LR. This card like is a banger, dude. All you have to do is like pump it by 1, and then you just shoot stuff for 3. You can like 2 for 1 easily with this. Like you play this, and then you play Athrin Zale, I'm sorry. And you can do this on turn 4, right? Because he's a level 4, cost 1. This is a level 4, cost 3. You play Athrin, it gets +1, +2, right? Becomes a 5/5. You get Atherin's link effect as well, which says during your turn, this unit may choose an active enemy unit that is level 5 or lower as its attack target. So you attack a 5 or lower, and then you shoot a 5 or higher for 3 damage, right? Yeah. This is very good. I think this is actually kind of cracked. It's early to say, but this feels strong enough to be like meta playable, right? Turn 4, pay 4, 5/5 that can attack like any active unit that's 5 or lower, which is going to be anything if you're turn 4, unless your opponent's like ramping crazy hard. And then you also get to shoot another thing. You might not be able to shoot another thing on that turn if you're playing this on turn 4, right? But still, very, very strong. I think these are both cracked. I'm so looking forward to playing red. We have the Unicorn Gundam Banshee. This is the Unicorn mode. Level 4, 3 cost. Links with any cyber new type, so that's interesting. It is an Earth Federation itself. It's a 4/3. When paired, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP and rest it. I think this is pretty solid into resting stuff, so you can attack into it and all that kind of good stuff. I think this is okay. This is a pretty good one. If you're doing like a cyber new type build and you have a lot of cyber new type synergy and a lot of units that care about that, a lot of link units, I think it could be good. This is not as good as the last 2 cards, I don't think. Here we have another 1-drop. It's always good to see the 1-drops. The 1-drop common. This is top. It's a level 1, cost 1, 1/1 on deploy. Look at the top card of your deck, return it to the top or bottom of your deck. I love this card. I think this card is very, very good. It's a Xeon trait, doesn't have any links or anything like that, but it's basically a 1-drop scry 1 or opt 1 or however you want to do the parlance. But I think it's good. People are going to play this for sure, I think. Next up, we have Stealth Stratagem, also Nicole Amarfi. So this is a level 2, 1 cost pilot. The pilot side is just a +0/+1. It is a Zaft coordinator. And then it has the main and action if you want to do the command version. Choose one enemy unit with 2 or less AP, deal 2 damage to it. I think it's also very, very good. Yeah, especially if you're going to be making use of this Zaft side of things or the Nickel Amarfi side. I think this card is very strong. 1-drop, deal 2 damage is really good. It only does it to small stuff, but I like this card a lot. I think this card's very good. Next up, we have Shadik Zenelli. So level 3, 1 cost, +1/+0. This is another one of the command pilots. Main, choose one enemy unit with 2 or less HP, return it to its owner's hand if you have a link unit in play. Choose one, or period, return the hand. If you have a link unit in play, choose an enemy unit with 4 HP instead. It's level 3. I don't know about this one. It might be good. This one might be good or might be not good enough. 2 or less HP. I don't know. I don't know about this one. This is like, could be good, could also be not good, depending on the other bounce effects. Ooh, close combat. I think we've already talked about this one. Level 2, cost 2, command, burst, activate as main, main or action, choose one enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. So this is a 2-drop, but you can do this action, which is like when your opponent attacks, you can do this to like blow up their thing, or at the end of the turn, you can do this. So it's kind of like a fast speed thing, quick speed in Shadowverse Evolve. Gundam is very, very, very similar to Shadowverse Evolve to a drastic degree, but quite different in a lot of ways. I think this card's great. You're gonna play this in your red decks probably. Yeah, I mean, like, you get on burst effect too. This card's really good. Next up, we have Stark Jegan, level 3, cost 3, 3/3, with repair. Also has Link Earth Federation trait. I think this could be a role player in an Earth Federation style deck. Likely you're not going to be playing this outside of that, but level 3, cost 3, 3/3 that heals every single turn. I don't know, I think this could be a decent role player. And if there's draft and limited, I think this will be really good in limited. I don't really know if they're doing that for Gundam, but they do. I think it could be really good. Oh, okay. So here's another LR. This is the Gundam Aerial Permet score 6, level 5, 4 cost, 4/4, pairs with Soletta Mercury. And then when paired, you choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or lower, and it gets minus, I think it's like, what, minus 3 AP? It's either like 3 or 5. Enhance. Hold on. We're going to get the digital zoom. I think it's 3. That's a 3 for sure. So it gets minus 3. Yeah, like I said, there's like all these minus effects in white, which duo just directly count, which I think is kind of funny. I think this is probably pretty good. It lets you attack into something when you like pair it up. And if you can link it with Soletta Mercury, you can get a lot of value. It'll become like a 5/6. And I can't remember Soletta's effect. I think she gives you, is she the one that gives you like resources back? I think it could be pretty good. I think it's pretty solid. Next up, we have Miguels Jin, or Jin. This is a level 2, 2 cost, 3/1. During pair, when destroyed, if you have another link unit in play, draw 1. I like this card a lot. I like this card a lot. Yeah, I think this is one that you want to attack into stuff. It also has Miguel Aean as the link pilot. So if you can like jam this on a turn and then pair it up and then immediately smash in for 3, it destroys. If you have another link unit in play, then you get a draw card. Really good. Yeah, I mean, obviously on your opponent's turn, they're gonna hopefully attack in, like, they can play around this effect, right? Because they can kill your other link unit and then kill this so you don't get the card draw, unless your other link unit is unable to be attacked or it's really hard to kill. I think this card's good. Yeah, good card. Next up, we have, here's Miguel. So this is the Magic Bullet of Dusk for the command side, or Miguel Aean for the other side, which is just a 0/+1. So that the unit becomes a 3/2. Level 3, cost 1. So you can do this on turn 3. You can play that unit and then play Miguel. But you can also do the effect side, which is main or action. Choose a friendly unit that is level 2 or lower. It gains first strike this turn, which is pretty solid. I like this. I think I'm going to play around with this. I'm liking the Zaft stuff. Next up, we have Siege Ploy. This is a command card. Level 3, 1 cost. Has a burst effect. You activate its main effect. Or you can just play it during main or action, and you choose one enemy unit that has 5 or less HP and rest it. I think it's going to be a pretty annoying card in blue decks, and I think it's going to be pretty well played. The fact that it has a burst effect and the fact that it has action effect, I think makes this really good, and the fact that it only costs 1, I think is really solid. This is where sequencing is going to really, really matter when you're playing against blue decks, because you want to basically attack with the card that you don't want to get rested first, which I think is really good. I think my camera, the settings, man. It has like facial following if you put your hands up, and I turned that feature off, but sometimes it just turns back on by itself. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. I think this card's really good, and it's gonna be a staple in blue decks. Yeah, it's just so good. And on burst, this could save your butt. If they hit your shields, you get the burst, and then you get to rest another one of the things that could then do damage to you. This card is gonna be a staple for blue for a long time, I think. Next up, we have the Gazad Sleeves, level 2, cost 2, unit 2/1. You activate main, support 2, so you get to rest this unit, and then another friendly unit gets 2 AP during this turn. I'm not sure about this card. I think it costs too much. This is one of the first red cards I'm just like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe support's really good, but the stats and everything, level 2, cost 2, you take your entire turn to do this, and then it's just like, I guess you can, if you already had like a 1-drop, you can do this and pump your 1-drop so you can trade up higher. But then you have this that it's like, it's going to be like rested, and then your opponent can attack into it, and I don't know. We'll see. Could be good. I think we already talked about Angelo Sauper, but I want to talk about him because we have his unit. So this is Angelo's Girazulu, level 4, 3 cost, 3/3, activate main, support 2. So the same kind of effect, but it's a 3/3 this time. But if you have Angelo is one of the ones that's a dual card. It's a command and also a pilot. So for 1 drop, it's going to give +1/+0. So you'll have a 4/3, which is actually quite good. Or you can play his effect. Choose one friendly unit, it gets +2 AP. So if you're doing like this kind of like support buff deck, I think this is going to be great for that because you have his Zulu that does support 2, and you also have himself that also gives +2, which is basically support 2 for 1 turn. So I don't know. If that becomes a thing, I think these could be good. Otherwise, I'm like, give me the burn, dude. Give me the damage and give me the aggression. Here we have a Gogg. Level 2, cost 2. It's a 2/3. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty efficient. Doesn't have any link, but it is a Zeon trait. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it into constructed decks because it doesn't have an effect, but it seems fine for like if limited is a thing. Next up, we have Gundam Ifrith or Lifreth. This is a level 2, 2 cost, 2/4 with blocker. It also has what is it? The Vanitas Institute. I think this is all right. 2/4 blocker, pretty solid. Keep in mind that in the Gundam card game, damage is tracked. It follows every single turn. It doesn't heal at the end of turn like magic or anything like that. Once again, more like Shadowverse. I think this is fine. It's a level 3. I'm not sure if this will make it in, but it might. The stats and everything might line up, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. White-blue currently is my favorite deck to play in the beta, by the way. We have the Zaku 1 Sniper type. This is kind of interesting. So it's a level 2, 2 cost, 0/1, but that's okay because you're not going to be doing that. So you can activate main, support 1, and then on deploy, so you can give another unit +1 AP, and also deploy. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's a Zeon, Neo Zeon unit card, you reveal it and put it in your hand. Or if it's a Zeon / Neo Zeon, so I think it's or, right? So if it's a Zeon type card or a Neo Zeon type card, you can put it in your hand, and you return the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck, which is, the only one. If you whiffed, I think this card's pretty good. It's a support card that also basically draws you a card if you build your deck the right way, and it also has a link as well. I like this one. I think this one, people are gonna play with this one. I think any card that like cantrips you, I think is really good. Here we have just a simple little common. This is the Mulaflaga's unit. This is Mobius Zero. It's a 2/4 for 2. It's a 3-drop. That's it. But it does link with Mulaflaga. Sure. I think Mulaflaga and the Hawk of Endymion is really, really good. So I'm not sure if it's good enough to warrant playing this in the deck, but I think it might just be you just play Mulaflaga by himself and maybe not this card. Next up, we have just a good old basic Sandrock. This is a starter deck card. I think some of the other ones we talked about were starter deck cards too, but it's a level 4, 2 cost, 4/3. You have to get to level 4, but the stats are okay. Operation Meteor type, and it links with Katra, which makes sense. This is just like a starter deck card. Cool art. We have the Delta Plus. So this is a 4/3, level 4, 3 cost unit. It has repair 1, and then during link, it gets an additional +1. It also links with any Earth Federation, and it is itself as Earth Federation. I think this card might be really good, because I think if you're playing like an Earth Federation deck with like Amuro Ray and all of that kind of synergy, like having repair 1 I think is pretty solid, and then also just getting an additional health, being like a 4/4. I don't know. I think this might be just a really solid card. I'm not sure. I think so though. So here we have a high level card. This is the Adzim, level 5, 4 cost, 2/5. It is a Zeon trait card, and on deploy, if 5 or more enemy units are in play, deal 1 damage to all enemy units. I think this is pretty solid. I think, to me, as a card game player who's been playing TCGs for way too long, since 1995, this feels like a sideboard type card or a main deck card if the meta is swarming you with dudes, right? This tells me this is like kill all the 3/1 Zaku tokens and all that kind of nonsense. Yeah. It also has Zeon trait link, so if you can play this and then link it up immediately, you can maybe get some extra value out of it. I think this card semi-playable, sideboard playable. Next up, we have the Gamma, which is the font is kind of like weirdly cut off on this. Anyway, it's a base, level 2, 1 cost base, 0/5 base, burst, deploy it. On deploy, you have to add one of your shields to your hand. Yeah, pretty standard base stuff. And then you can activate during action phase, rest this base, choose a friendly Zaft unit with 5 or more AP, and it gets Breach 3. I think this one rules. I think this base is really good. If you're playing this aggressive Zaft deck, that I feel like you're formulating this aggressive Zaft deck, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to give your stuff Breach so you can kill their stuff and then do extra damage into their shields. I think this is a really good base. Like, very good. You're playing this in the Zaft deck. Oh, and then finally, for today, well, maybe, there's some other cards that they just posted to Twitter, so maybe I'll go scrounge those up. We'll talk about those as well. But this is the last one that I had prepared. This is the Gundam Aerial Mirasol Flight Unit, level 4, 3 cost 4/3, and it has like during pair, activate action once per turn. For a cost of 2, choose one enemy unit and it gets 1 minus AP during this battle. I do like that you can activate it as action, not main. Other than that, I'm not sure. It does pair Soletta Mercury, so maybe you're doing like a big Soletta Mercury style deck, and it makes a lot of sense. And maybe you're doing a whole like -1 attack style deck, but I'll have to see more support to be excited about this kind of thing. All right, so we just have one more card to talk about. This one's kind of funny. This is Strategic Arms. It's a command card. Level 6, cost 6. And then on main, you can only activate during main, deal 2 damage to all units with blocker. This is 100% a sideboard card. Unless the meta is like 90% blocker decks, you're not main decking this. It's 6, it costs 6, level 6. Bro, this is like, unless you have like 10 resources, you're not playing this and something else on the same turn and doing anything meaningful, unless you really just got to kill all their blockers. So this is definitely, to me, reads, hey, you sideboard this card in versus blocker decks. Yeah. And you know what? Let's go back to me to cap this off. Hello, me again. Well, the camera's a little off. You can see the tube to my AC unit. Hey, I guess it makes it feel more sci-fi having tubes going out to stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think of the Gundam stuff in the comment section down below. Still super excited for Gundam. Still in my docket as one of the main games I hope that I plan on covering here on Red Zone Rogue. Still trying to debate on how much product I want to buy for the first set release, if I can afford buying a case, or if it's just going to be like a couple boxes and then singles. We'll see how things go. Things are expensive this year, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to budget everything like everyone else, so we'll see. But you can be rest assured that I will be talking about a lot of Gundam card game, playing a lot of Gundam card game, and featuring it here on the channel. Super stoked for this. Let me know what your favorite cards are in the comment section down below, and why it's Duo Maxwell and the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE. And we'll see you next time, everyone.